mapenzi, ndoto njema zinakuja. Usiku huu ni mrefu, nasi hapa tupo pamoja. Tulia kwenye ndoto za amani, pumzika katika sauti za utulivu. Hapa hakuna wasiwasi wala majungu, ni upendo tu na utawala mali. Pendo wayo moja, kipenzi changu, njia ya milele ni ngumu kwetu, lakini pamoja tutashinda. Mwanga wa upendo daima. Mapenzi yetu waweza nguvu, kila siku ni safari mpya. Hakuna chochote kilicho bora kuliko nafsi yako rafiki. Uhai wako kwa roho yangu ni kama nyota zinavyoangaza katika giza la maisha haya. Wewe ni mwanga wangu. Uaminifu ni jumba la dhahabu, tujenge ngome ya upendo. Tutakuwa na nguvu na furaha, tukiishi kwa amani daima. Uhai wako kwa roho yangu ni kama nyota zinavyoangaza katika giza la maisha haya. Wewe ni mwanga wangu. Pamoja tu katika safari hii, maji ya bahari na upepo, ni wewe tunayekufikiria katika kila pumzi ninayotoa. Uhai wako kwa roho yangu ni kama nyota zinavyoangaza katika giza la maisha haya. Wewe ni mwanga wangu. Uhai wako kwa roho yangu, wewe ni mwanga wangu. Jua linapopanda juu ya mlima, tunajishika mikono tukiwa wawili. Pori na majani yote yanatabasamu, moyo wangu unapiga kwa nguvu kama mimi. Upepo unaleta sauti ya zamani, ngoma za kijiji zikicheza kwa furaha. Nitasimulia hadithi yetu ya milele katika usiku mwema na nyota zetu. Hadithi ya upendo wetu haitakoma, yatadumu kama maji ya mto. Tutapita nyakati tuwe pamoja, usiku usiku na mchana tutasimulia tena. Katika kivuli cha mti tuliketi, tukicheza na mama asubuhi tulisubiri. Wakati dunia inabadilika na muda upita, upendo wetu unakuwa siku baada ya siku. Njooni wote mkasikie hadithi hii, weka vichwa chini, sikiliza kwa makini. Upendo na nguvu zaidi ya dhahabu, una uwezo wa kushinda giza na woga. Hadithi ya upendo wetu haitakoma, yatadumu kama maji ya mto. Tutapita nyakati tuwe pamoja, usiku na mchana tutasimulia tena. Hadithi ya upendo wetu haitakoma, yatadumu kama maji ya mto. Tutapita nyakati tuwe pamoja, usiku na mchana tutasimulia tena.
Penda wayo moja kipenzi changu, njia ya milele ni ngumu kwetu, lakini pamoja tutashinda. Mwanga wa upendo daima, mapenzi yetu waweza nguvu, kila siku ni safari mpya. Hakuna chochote kilicho bora kuliko nafsi yako rafiki. Uhai wako kwa roho yangu ni kama nyota zinavyoangaza katika giza la maisha haya. Wewe
mambo hapa anakuwa ni dogo ukiongea na balozi kwa
And it will be the largest building in the country. Anything below 85 is not. Well, 85, 83, like it's
song.
That's the stage one. When the construction starts, that's stage two. We say to them, these are the to help to organize the construction and permits. Then we have so we will try to be as long as but the second is the third which we organize and support.
My friend, how are you? Are you alright? You're good. How things are going? No, I got someone else down. Anastasia. It's a Latvian. She's from Chad, from our Chad, busy. I hear you. But I'm surprised it's not so, this is where private company. This is where we supply most of them, the government can decide
to become one of the investors in the project. So the investment will be power. Our investment will be money. Some will do some power.
here the
average cost of the fertilizer?
1 liter.
I suggest that we get seated. Let us get seated, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I request that we join in and sit. We are going to start with the national anthem of Latvia and get to the Kenyan national anthem and then the East African anthem. So if we can be standing, we will start with that. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Latvia and Kenya unite today to begin a shared journey. A journey of innovation, sustainability, definitely prosperity. A journey that will lead us to providing the distance and to state that actually distance means nothing when purpose is aligned. As we pray that God leads us in this session and invite Him so that He can guide us in the best way possible, this forum is not just a dialogue. It is a launch pad for joint ventures where Latvian expertise and Kenyan potential meet to build impactful future-ready enterprises. Today we aim to establish a practical and an ongoing Latvia-Kenya economic cooperation, a platform that will definitely, and we pray that it transform today's goodwill into a long-term partnerships and measurable success. Before we pray, I want us to imagine the results that we ask God to lead us. First, out of this session, we expect to see clearly defined business collaborations emerge, rooted in the identified sectoral interests, where Latvia and innovation meets Kenyan-made and skill and resourcefulness to recreate and co-create winning enterprises. Second, we aim to establish a clear and opportunity with a framework that can be built between the parties who are here for continued dialogue and joint ventures, ensuring that today's connections evolve into strategic partnerships with long-term economic and social impact. Third, we envision the formation of a Latvia-Kenya Economic Cooperation Platform, an active working group that will track progress at the individual companies and institutions that unlock opportunities and serve as the engine for our shared aspirations beyond this forum. Ladies and gentlemen, I request that we be standing as we pray to invite God to guide us in this session. Joy, please come and pray.
Thank you. Let us all bow our heads for a word of prayer. Lord Almighty, we come to you this afternoon. We thank you for this time that we have together, Lord. Thank you for gathering us here together. We pray that you may be present as we make our agreements and as we meet. Lord, I pray that you may allow for good connections, shared connections, and building bridges between Latvia and Kenya. We thank you for this opportunity. We bless you. In Jesus' name we pray and believe. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored beyond else to introduce a delegation that is exceptional. This delegation includes Kenyan visionaries whose influence spans industries and continents. From Dr. David Langat, whom I request that he stands as I mention his name. He is an architect of Africa's special economic zones. Thank you very much, and I'll talk slightly more about him. To CK Joshua, Dr. CK Joshua, who will be joining us shortly, a digital trailblazer shaping East Africa's ICT future. We are joined by Mr. Vijay Gudamal, who I will request that he stands, a very respected regional industrial powerhouse. To that word, I mean it. Please be seated. Mr. Kibuga Karidhi, please stand. The coffee man and a financial and social enterprise leader, a man who has done quite a lot in this country. We have Professor Njenga, George Njenga, who will be joining us shortly, and is a champion of agribusiness innovation and governance. Mr. Tobias Orlando, who is represented by his very good colleague, George, the voice of Kenya's manufacturing sector, and of course, John Kioli, whom I request that he stands, and an environmentalist advancing climate-smart development. Together, all these team members and many more that I'm going to introduce to you to, they embody Kenya's ambition, capability, and commitment to meaningful global partnership. Latvia and Kenya is definitely ready. Together with this team, of course, we do have the Chamber of Commerce, whom I request that the officials of Chamber of Commerce be upstanding. They represent the president of the Chamber of Commerce. We also have officials and team members from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Please be upstanding. Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, thank you very much, and we have them in numbers. I will now go direct to I talked about David Langat. And this I mentioned so that it is easy for us to communicate and get the Latvian team to be able to join in and understand who is here, and they can work together. He's the chairman of DL Group. He has built a diverse empire from agribusiness to real estate, and is among the few pioneers of purple tea exports to Europe and China. He currently sits on the Kenyan National Investments Council, appointed by the President of the Republic of Kenya. He is one of the people that I have found in this country and in the world over, who is one of the greatest risk takers. He can dare anything. It doesn't matter what comes out on the other end, because he's driven by supporting livelihoods. He employs more than 12,000 Kenyans at the moment, and he continues to do quite a lot. Please appreciate him. Vijay Gudamal is the CEO of Khan General and a leader in automotive and engineering across 10 African countries. He also serves on boards of major institutions like Equity Group, and is a known advocate for regional economic integration. He is a friend of mine, and together with him, we invest in the Border Plus. We save lives through creation of helmets in this country and distribute across the continent. Thank you for having you. Please mpigieni makofi. CK Joshua, who will be joining us shortly, is a tall man. You will not miss him when he comes in. He is a force of ICT and telecoms. He is behind the innovations like fiber internet, team, submarine cable, and smartphone assembly, which he has done through the EADAK. They produce telephones here, phones, and his work bridges the digital divide and fosters inclusive tech knowledge and the growth in this country. Please appreciate Dr. C.K. Joshua in his absence as he comes in shortly. I'm sure, or I'm told he's just walking in. Let us appreciate him as he comes into the room. Thank you very much. John Kioli is a leading voice in climate advocacy. He chairs the Kenya Climate Change Working Group and directs the Green Africa Foundation, where he champions sustainability and community development. He has just been appointed by the president to be part of the team that is doing the Kenya Rivers, Nairobi Rivers Authorities, and we are glad that he's here. Let's appreciate him. George Ndenga is the founding dean of Strathmore Business School and chairman of Active Age East Africa. He shapes business leadership and policy with a strong focus in agribusiness, innovation, and entrepreneurship across the continent of Africa. Great brains that will add value to what you're doing. Pigieni makofi, let's appreciate him. I also want to appreciate the presence of Kibuga Karidhi, otherwise known as Kibi. Kibi is the former CEO of the Nairobi Securities Exchange and Barclays Capital Markets head. He now leads the Karunguru Coffee Estate, where most of the team members will be visiting tomorrow, and is a steering gentleman in investments and governance through various corporates. Please appreciate him. The CEO of Kenya Association of Manufacturers, and this is Tobias, who is represented by and he will be presenting to us. He is a spear for industrial and development. We also appreciate the presence of Johnson Mulaimu. He's a water expert and of Global Engineering International. He contributes Kenya's infrastructure development through engineering. And finally, not the least, a very important person as well, in the name of Samuel Musyoki. Samuel Musyoki, thank you very much. He's a data analyst and business strategist. He blends finance, data, and strategy in driving growth. Expertise lies in building strong relationships and leveraging data-driven insights through informal and to inform business decisions. He also represents the Kenya Horticultural Society in this meeting. Let us appreciate him. Having done those introductions, and I'm sure we have time gone, I now want to just do a short introduction of the institution that is hosting you through a 3-minute video, the Green Africa Foundation, so that you can be able to know and suggest how you can connect in one way or the other. And we are to host this event as we host the team from Latvia. May God bless you for choosing us to do this. Thank you.
Green Africa Group is a conglomerate that was envisioned in 1991 to operations of humanity through sustainability and safety solutions, ecopreneurship and shipping and logistics, environmental protection initiatives, as well as hospitality and furnishings. In Kenya, where 2.5 million vehicles roam, Autopax Electric is leading the charge towards a greener future with the revolutionary Autopax Air EV Yetu. These electric vehicles emit 82% less CO2, not only saving you money, but also fueling dreams and purifying the air. Choose clean, green, and cost-effective travel with Autopax. When it comes to certified pre-owned CPO vehicles, Autopax ensures you can drive worry-free in Kenya. With 60% of imported vehicles concealing tampered odometers and emitting excess CO2, Autopax CPO offers transparency and peace of mind. You get full vehicle histories, a 6-month warranty, and the reliability of our 30-year expert-backed service. Autopax also proudly partners with CFAO Group. In the heart of Kenya, where 8 million smallholder farmers produce 80% of our agricultural wealth on less than 2 hectares, Kubota steps in with game-changing walking tractors. We are passionate about boosting their yield, income, and family time with brilliantly simple and efficient solutions. We unlock millions of opportunities in agribusiness. Honda ignites the aspirations of Kenya's vibrant youth, making up 80% of the population with cutting-edge mobility and power solutions. We're not just powering vehicles, we're powering dreams and driving the future forward. In 2022, border accidents tragically claimed the dreams of 1,209 Kenyans. With 2 million riders on our roads, only a mere 5% prioritize their safety with helmets. Border Plus is on a mission for every border rider. Every journey, every dream, we're guarding journeys, one helmet at a time. Kenya has a buzzing potential to produce 25,000 tons of honey annually, yet we make only 5,000. Ethiopia produces about 50,000 tons. Bamboo Honey seeks to inspire our 8 million smallholder farmers to produce 150,000 tons, uplift standards, and empower our communities, even as we conserve our environment. And if you're looking for a coastal jewel in Malindi, look no further than Bamboo Place, Hakuna Matata. This luxurious sanctuary and business retreat blends Italian elegance with Kenyan serenity. Nestled a breath away from the pristine Indian Ocean, Bamboo Place offers an eco-conscious retreat where history meets modernity, relaxation meets rejuvenation, and exclusivity meets genuine hospitality. It's a place where you don't just stay, you belong. History, harmony, Hakuna Matata.
Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to welcome His Excellency, the Ambassador of Latvia here in Kenya, and his name is Andris Razans, a great man who has really built relationships Actually, you may think this is the first time, but it is not. This has happened because of him. He has come here before. He has met with the president of Chamber, and that was last year in December. He also met with the leadership from Kenya Association of Manufacturers, and this is why we have a very directed connection that is represented here. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands for His Excellency Andres Razans, the Ambassador for Latvia in Kenya. Thank you very much.
Dear friends, Kenyan friends, Latvian friends, future partners in whatever cooperation this day might bring. As ambassador of Latvia to Kenya since last December, I'm very glad and thankful to all of you that you had shown the interest to leave many things behind you. I know that all of you, you're very busy people, and it's even more gratifying and enjoyable that, in spite of the fact that you are doing so many important things, plus you have families and friends and other things, that you had chosen to come to Kenya during this time of the year. Thank you so much, really. And I would like really thank Africa Green Group and my very dear friend, Dr. Isaac Kalua, and his team, his wonderful team here, for this opportunity that had brought together, I think for probably the first time, group of Latvian and Kenyan businesses. Thank you so much, really. I would like to say that our countries are geographically located in different parts of the world, although the world is the very same. It's one planet, and even if we are placed in different geographies, we share many similarities. One of these similarities, of course, is that we love our countries. Both countries are very green, very devoted to environmental protection, very devoted to development. Latvia certainly is not the biggest country on earth, but in my more than 30 years of diplomatic career as a diplomat for my country, I have learned one thing, that there are no such thing as big or small country. What we have is rather there are big or small people. And that is something that always works. And even people might be representing big countries or small countries, what at the end matter whether they can interact, whether they can make something that would serve all of our interests. I'm very happy for today's business forum, and I think it's really a unique opportunity to start something very good. Latvia has interesting history, as you know. Its history dates back to long times ago. As a country, it has more than 100 years old history. Always had chosen to participate in many international interactions before the Second World War. Second World War brought a calamity to Latvia. We disappeared as a country from political map. We had been reborn 50 years after the Soviet occupation ended. Many people around the world expected us politically to come back, and my parents, grandparents, my generation did that. At the same time, coming back politically doesn't mean that everybody was expecting us to come back economically. There was no basically place envisaged for, again, independent countries in international economical systems or financial markets. For many of us, what we discovered in 1991, 1992 was absolutely different world what we had learned before. Since then, in 30 years' time, from very beginner, people with great enthusiasm but little of knowledge, Latvia, most dynamic countries in Europe, member of probably the biggest and richest market in the world called European Single Market, and we share the same currency as people from France, Germany, Euro, and that actually brings us strategically to a point that we as Europeans, we as Latvians that contribute with something what nobody else can contribute in Europe, we have strong interest to see that our ties with African continent strengthens. And as the president of Kenya said yesterday, he said, well, Africa is the youngest continent on earth with great potential, and provided that African nations find a way how to interact economically more among themselves, the future is yours. Certainly, I strongly subscribe to this statement, and as ambassador, first time ever Latvian ambassador to Kenya, we have never had any ambassador before. I really have strong interest to promote relationships in whatever form, economic, cultural, environmental, people-to-people relationships between two wonderful countries. When it comes to trade and our economic interaction, of course, we haven't arrived to an empty place. We have already some trade, some economic interaction. Latvian companies are known in Kenya. This morning I had an interesting conversation. I will not tell in which embassy, but it's neighbor to Kenya, really neighbor, just across the border. I was greeted by the second secretary of this embassy, and he said to me, hello. I said, hello. And he said, you know, Latvia is the best fintech opportunity in Europe. And I smiled, I said, probably you are right. And then after that we had a good conversation with the ambassador. Yes, Latvia possesses many resources, certainly not natural gas, little bit of oil, but so little that nobody wants to extract. But we possess something more valuable. Education system, although we criticize always that the education system might be better. Today, on one of the cars on the street, I saw there was the photograph of Bob Marley saying that in abundance of water, a fool doesn't recognize or doesn't see the water. And sometimes we might act as these fools back home. We have something that still works. We have extremely good, I think, education when it comes to technological side, engineering, and that's nothing new. Latvia had these traditions already of this very specific education of engineering that transformed into what's known today as modernity, already more than 170 years. And that actually contributes to something what is very important to us. Young people with good education and good brain. And that is more valuable than oil or gas because it provides sustainable development. What else do we have back home? Yes, we have wonderful forests. More than 60% of territory of Latvia is covered by wonderful forests. We care about them, we know how to cut them. We use lots of timber for whatever products a human being might develop, but as well we plant them again, we grow them, and it's sustainable. We have lots of water, and I'm very glad that here among Latvian companies today is a company that knows a lot about water. I hope that you will have interest to listen to what this company might be telling. I'm consumer of the water, but you can find good professionals in water business here present. When it comes to one of the most valuable jewel in our society on economic side these days, and state, of course, state is happy because state can take lots of state revenues. That's important for state as well. From this business, it's technologies, and for that reason, Latvia is known as well as one of the best places on the world when it comes to ecosystems for startups, and it's very lively, very vibrant, international, and it's open for cooperation with any region on Earth that might have, or country on Earth that might have an interest to participate. I mentioned fintechs. That's important. It's very important for our future, but I believe for future of any. So these are the opportunities we have. Very thankful to Latvia that actually had shown very strong interest to participate in today's, not only in today's forum, but as well in a big African chambers yesterday summit, what has organized here by international chambers of commerce here in Nairobi. And thank you so much for coming. Representatives of Chamber of Commerce, you really make not only life of ambassador much easier, but you simply make my duty meaningful. Without you, we are just, well, we can nice talk, we can do very little. Thank you so much for being present. And here, I would love to stop. I would love to really thank all of you for your presence. Use this opportunity. It's just the beginning of something, I think, nice that will develop into current stream of good relationship, practical relationship, learn from each other, benefit from each other. And unfortunately, we don't have embassy here in Kenya, but you know that Latvia has embassy in Egypt. I'm ambassador as well to Egypt. Always, if you have any questions, you know how to find us. We'll be more than happy to be part of your planning. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues in business, this is the moment that you get ready to get mind-boggling information. This great nation of Latvia is ready to change Africa. Let me just give you a sneak preview. We have with us a person who can get water anywhere. I repeat, we have a person in this team who has proven technology to get water anywhere. And that is just a sneak preview of what is about to come and how countries can be changed out of good relationships. To help us understand all about this, I call my colleague, my friend, and a person who is representing the Latvian Chamber of Commerce, and a very respectable lady, very charming, Natalia Yaskova, to come and take us through and guide us where we go next. Please appreciate this great lady. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Isaac. It's my pleasure to stand here and speak on the Latvian Kenyan Business Forum. I could say that it's also an honor to to represent Chamber, to represent our country, and of course each of our organization, each person representing Latvia. And today I will show you a few videos about Latvia. But before I'm showing the videos, I want to say that I believe that if person is doing in his life what he's passionate about, because I am passionate about economic diplomacy, and economic diplomacy can't be without such a business visits. Yeah, it's obligatory issue that we should visit. We should communicate with each other face to face, offline, maybe later also online, offline. But it's really important to organize such an event, and the key element is of course networking. Before I will ask Mr. Brian to put video, I want to show one slide. One slide. Okay, if video, let's start with video. Great. Please sound.
Baltic Sea. Endless forests of pine. A winding coastline of fine white sand and vast peatlands dating back 5,000 years. This is where our restless spirit lies. We have been ignited. We are on a path to create a more sustainable world, one that will benefit us today and provide for generations to come. History shows that when it comes to Latvia, there is no mission too great to accomplish, and it is time for a new challenge. Mission C 2030. By bringing together industries and bright minds around the world, we will develop scalable technologies to restore a healthy Baltic Sea environment. We're striving to become an international centre for sustainable innovation by creating opportunities in technology, science, renewable energy, and other sectors that recognise the critical need for action on a global scale. Mission Latvia. Restless in nature, united in mission. Join us for action.
Thank you. And now I will show only one slide. Before we are speaking about Latvia, I want to show where it is. We are in Europe. Our neighbors, Finland, Sweden, Estonia, Lithuania. And of course, you can see that 1.9 million population, it's not mistake. But sometimes size doesn't matter, you know. Our GDP, as you can see, quite nice numbers, 33.5 billions. Our official language Latvian, but English as well is business language. As well in our chamber, we organize many events in English, and for example, education, English language. I studied masters, and it's possible, like education. It's also a very good export product that maybe your kids could come and study in Latvia. We are really strong in STEM programs. Sectors you can see and read: biomedicine, medical technologies, smart energy, mobility, bioeconomy, smart materials, engineering, and ICT. Now time for thank you. Your Excellency, thank you that you said, Natalie, I will join your business visit. That was really nice, and thank you, because our business, I didn't expect that we will have such a great event today here. Thank you for organizing it. And again, I want to say thank you that when I decide to go to organize or not, I just sent a WhatsApp message to our representatives in Africa. I sent message to our representative in Namibia, Dr. Vita Stankevicha, and she said, yes, Natalie, you should go, and I will also go to Kenya. I've never been there. As well, I have the same response from our representative from Benin, Mr. Idris. He said, okay, Natalie, I also never been in Kenya, and he fly here from Benin. And as well, big thanks to our representative in Kenya, Mr. Roland Abolinch, who helped us very practical issues, but very important when you are in country first time. Thanks a lot. And again, thanks to the companies that join this business visit, because without companies, we will not be here. Latvian companies, and now it's your turn to speak more. And before we are going to your part, one more video about, can you put it please? Yeah, next video, second video. It's also very short.
Every business requires a favorable place to flourish, like a seed that needs watering, like a plant needs the sun. We in Latvia have grown to know that sustainable innovation has no limit. And that's not just because we're one of the greenest countries in the world. Latvia is a member state of the world's most powerful military alliance, NATO, and the European Union. It's the EU's third greatest renewable energy consumer, with the second most competitive tax system in the OECD countries. But it's the people that achieve the impossible. We're both dreamers and doers, with profound experience in software development, AI, automation, and robotics. Among us, you will find restless minds keen on developing mission-driven, deep tech ecosystems. As one of the world's leading players in the development, manufacture, and supply of optical fibers, and as a beacon of biomedicine with organs on a chip, Latvia has more than meets the eye, and it's bustling with ideas. This is where the world of innovation meets. With direct flights to more than 100 cities worldwide, Latvia has the biggest airport in the Baltics. So if you're thinking sustainable innovations, think Latvia.
And now I would like to invite to the stage Mr. Richard Zalmanis, who is representing Sustainable Agriculture Company.
Good day to everybody. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm representing a company called Hortimed. So our commitment is supporting growth without doing any environmental damage. So we think this is the future that we all must look up to. We consider Africa as being one of, if not the cleanest continent in the world. So we think it's very important to keep Africa green, biological, eco-friendly, and keep it away from any harm, because we have to look up for future generations, you know. It's important. We see Africa as a place where sustainable innovation can thrive. I will ask to play the video, please, so you can have a look more detail in our company profile.
Let's save the time, and we will show the video when the. But now I will invite Mr. Girts Bitenieks, who representing data center development, ICT sector.
Hello. I'm very happy. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and your excellency. A couple of words about myself. And as previously it was mentioned, in Latvia, the sciences and information technology is a very big thing. We are very much passionate about creating things, about developing great software, And as also it was mentioned, Latvia is very popular about banking, about fintech, and many great things. We have people even here in Kenya that are supporting people of Kenya and Nairobi with finances and etc. What I am doing is globally in different countries, actually in more than 16 countries, I have participated in projects in consulting and developing classical data centers to host regular websites and email systems and many important things. Also, Bitcoin mining data centers across the world. I have developed over 1.4 gigawatt of Bitcoin mining data centers globally in countries like Canada, America, even in Iceland, Norway, Finland, Republic of Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, even in South Korea back in time. The nearest countries that we have had project developments is in Arab Emirates and also in your neighbor country in Ethiopia. And what I'm looking forwards very much is Africa in general as a country. You know, many things people in Europe and generally don't know about Africa. But when I just checked a couple of facts about Africa and Kenya, where I'm coming, it was mind-blowing. I can't even stop thinking about this still. 20% of Africa's land is the global, our planet land. And close to 19% of Africa population is the people globally in the planet. And when I checked the Google question, the true map of Africa, I couldn't, you know, I was speechless. You can fit in Africa, America, India, China, you know, half of Europe. So the level and amount of opportunities there are in this country is just unbelievable, mind-blowing. And what I'm truly will concentrate my energy in the future is Africa and Kenya in particular, because you are such a big important hub in finances and technology and other important things. 1.5 billion people live in Africa. Why would I concentrate on any other country in the world? China is taken, America is big, taken, Africa opportunities, endless. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gert. And now we will show a video about company Hortimet, sustainable agriculture. You know, probably the technology is one that I will speak more, but you know, I like to speak and no problems. But I will give a floor to a next speaker, Mr. Alexei Skorneyevs, who knows about Kenya quite a lot because he lived here and he's representing a company.
Hello. I represent a company called Xinfotech Africa. So this is a company based here in Nairobi, and our headquarters are in Latvia, but Xinfotech Africa runs the operations for the whole African region, and we have implemented projects at least in 10 African countries, but our best customer, of course, is in Kenya, because we started this company in 2013. Actually, it was my first time abroad outside of Europe, and when I came here, I immediately saw a great opportunity, because the people here, they were very curious about the technology, and they really wanted something new. They kept asking, what can you give us from your experience that Europeans do not have or Americans do not have? Because we want something unique. Because you can see our success story with M-Pesa, and people here are very proud that, you see, we have M-Pesa, we have mobile money solution, something that Latvians, for example, do not have even today. Or if we talk about instant issuing solution at the branches. So we were the ones who brought this technology here to Kenya, and people were asking us, do you have such technology in Latvia? And we were like, no. We still wait for 2-3 days to get our card at the bank. And it was very impressive that okay, here in Nairobi you can get it in 5 minutes. And we're also very proud to be like a part of this success story, because I can tell you, the first time I've come here in 2013, things were different. And when I see what was done in like 10 years, it really impressed me. I can, when we look at infrastructure project, for example, in like 2015, I had to spend at least 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, when it rains, to go from Upper Hill back to my house. And now you can do it, 30 minutes, because so many roads were built. Same we can see related to the information technology, the access to the internet, access to the banking services, and we are very happy that there is also a quite big part of our contribution, because nowadays we have a project at least with 5 Kenyan banks. Like those are top 5 Kenyan banks, including Equity, Cooperative Bank, DTB, KCB. We also provide solutions for the government organizations such as NTSA, and we implemented a lot of social projects together with national NSSF. So, for example, Inua Jamii project, and this project allowed Kenyan government to distribute money to almost all people in need, like 70 plus, or orphans or vulnerable children. And this system is built using our technology. For example, we use the biometrics to do proof of life, because it's very important when you distribute the money to understand whether this person is still alive, or maybe it's some unfair relative who keep receiving the pension on behalf of that senior person. So, and I think I would like to show the video. Good day to everybody. About our latest products.
Thank you, Mr. Alex, for the presentation, and we are really happy about your success, and you are a great example for other Latvian companies. And I don't know, something happening with technologies, but yeah. Let's give applause. Maybe, technique needs some applause. And 3, 2, 1. No, nothing. Next speaker will speak about a really important thing that all humans need. Not about money and not about love. He will speak about water. I would like to introduce you Mr. Edgar Spoga. You're welcome to the stage. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you all colleagues and representatives both from Kenya businesses and of course from Latvia. My name is Edgar Spoga. I am the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Humanity Water. Humanity Water at its essence is a technology company which is based on almost 30 years of software development and geoengineering. And these two skills came together in order to form what is currently known as Humanity Water. We can definitely talk about a list of projects, but so the identity of Humanity Water is a technology company which focuses on advanced geoscanning technology. In simple terms, we listen to what the Earth tells us. And From that, from 2016, we have been able to locate 2.6 millions of liters in 23 different locations. Our specialty is not only finding water, but finding water in places where other people couldn't. For example, we have done multiple projects in Namibia. We have actually found water in the South Africa and Kalahari Desert. We have found water, as you can see, we have found water in Germany. And the output of the water, at its essence, is not at a really deep depth, because the geoscanning technology at its core focuses on finding what is technically known as tectonic fractures. And within the tectonic fractures, there are water-bearing fissures, basically pockets of water which are constantly forming. And as we can see, we started our adventure in Germany, finding water at depths from 60 to 100 meters, and with an output of 2 liters per second. Then we found water in India, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and in the following slides. So the idea behind Humanity Water is to take on the challenge of not having any water in places where others that it could not. For example, in South Africa, 4 geologists were used, and none of them actually came to a solid conclusion where the water could be found. And only one borehole, or a well, was dug, giving out 2 to 4 cubic meters of water per day. We basically did the opposite. As you can see, at a depth of 242 meters, we found a well with a capacity of 8 liters per second, which is about 250 or more. And as you can see, also there is a special column shown as the nearest dry borehole, showing that in multiple cases there has been a borehole that has been considered to be dry. So, all in all, if there are 3 points I would like to give out to you. Firstly, water is everywhere. Secondly, water belongs to all of us. And third, we're here to help you gain access to it. So thank you.
And now I would like to invite Dr. Isaac, because we are finishing with our presentations, and I would like to invite also Mr. Your Excellency Andris Razdans. We want to pay.
Well, as always, at some point after important words, there is a bit of gratitude for what people have done for all of us. Dr. Kalua, from our side, from Latvian Chamber of Trade and Commerce, the most important chamber in Latvia, and from myself and our embassy, please accept this nice box of Latvian fantastic treats to you, your staff, for this opportunity today. Thank you so much. And, well, please share with Kenyan friends and Kenyans here. Those are really Latvian things. I hope you will enjoy them.
Yeah, and now we can make a photo, because I saw a photographer wants to take a picture. It's not the end of the forum, because it was just end the official part. The now will be something else.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm pleased to come back, and this is the most important session now. The session where we get to interact, where the rubber meets the road, where our chairman of our board, together with BJ, said that we get granular of things. And therefore, before we do that, I am just going to invite Kenya Investment Authority to answer some of the questions that the Latvia team may have in their very short presentation. They will be followed by our good friend and colleague, Lawrence Njenga from the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, again to make their presentation. But their presentation is in response to the questions that you may have so that you can settle. After that, we'll get now to the session that is very practical. Any questions that you have will be answered, and then we will make quick progress. So in about 3 minutes, we start with the Kenya Investment Authority, 3 to 4 minutes, and then we get to Lawrence to take us through. To do that is our very good brother, a person who has been in the industry in the Kenya Association of the Kenya Investment Authority, and I now welcome him to come and lead us in this process. Let's appreciate Kenya Investment Authority. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kalua. All protocol observed. I see Wanadiel is a very important person in our industry, and is also a respected member of National Investment Council, which is chaired by the President. And so, my apologies. I actually come out of Nairobi, and on the way, unfortunately, traffic was very heavy. Now, Kenya Investment Authority, we are a government agency, and our mandate is to promote and facilitate investment in Kenya. We market Kenya as an investment destination, and we are happy to meet the delegation, and happy also to answer any of your questions pertaining to any matter on investment, how to do investment, where are the investment opportunities, what are the incentives, what does the government do for you in terms of ensuring that your investment projects are fast-tracked. And so I've been told it's 3 minutes, but I just want to take those 3 minutes. One is to say we have massive investment opportunity within agriculture, manufacturing, in technology, BPO, ICT sector, in our energy sector. And any questions around this, we are happy. Kenya is one of the countries, I think, among the countries in the world whose energy mix, over 90% is actually renewable energy. And so we are happy to welcome you and enjoy this ecosystem. We have, as a country, we have incentive schemes like special economic zones where we have very lucrative incentives. Also export processing, so where we have export-oriented investment, where we have 10 years tax holiday according to investors located within those zones. And the next thing I want to talk about is the safety of your investment. As a country, all the way from our constitution, which guarantees against expropriation, that the government and the constitution respects private property, and that your investment in Kenya is safe. In addition to that, as a country, we are also a member of Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, which guarantees against state non-commercial risks. And thirdly, we are also a member of International Center. We have signed a convention establishing the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, which arbitrates cases between foreign investors and host government. And I just want to let you know that as a country, we've not had cases where government has interfered with private investment. And so this is just a testament to indicate that we respect the private investment and that you are welcome. And if you have any question, if you are investing, Kenya Investment Authority is your one-stop center. We operate one-stop shop where you don't need to deal with multiple agencies. We have almost 11 government agencies within Kenya Investment Authority, starting from business registration all the way to immigration service, environmental compliance issues, the tax issues, land transaction. If you are an investor in health sector, the Pharmacy and Poison Board, which is a regulator in pharma industry manufacturing, is also within the one-stop center. So you don't have to look around where you start from. Kenya Investment Authority is where your investment starts and it ends there. You don't have to go to any other agency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will now call upon our colleague from Kenya Association of Manufacturers. You just remain in your seat because we are going to engage you very shortly. Lawrence, please, go ahead.
All right, thank you, Dr. Isaac, Your Excellency, the Ambassador, distinguished guests, captains of industries. Allow me to ride on the protocols that have been established and say good evening. My name is Lawrence Jenga. I am the head of corporate marketing and membership at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. Maybe if you could put for me the slide on the screen. I'm very delighted to meet Ambassador once more. I know I met you on the day you were appointed as the envoy for Latvia to Kenya, and also delighted to see some of my members here, also recognizing my former boss, who was also a chair and director, Director Kibi, was my director when I used to work for National Oil when he was the chair. I want to divide the 4 minutes into two. Allow me, if you can take 1.5 minutes, just to briefly tell you what KAM is about, and then spend the other 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes in talking about the opportunities that we see in manufacturing for Latvia businesses. So Kenya Association of Manufacturers is an association of industries and manufacturers within the value add sector in the country. We represent 1,300 members drawn from the different aspects of business, from large industries, multinationals, SMEs, and micro. And our main purpose and our main focus is to drive policy advocacy, fact-based policy advocacy that is pro-manufacturing, pro-industry, ensuring that manufacturing thrives in the country. If you could go to the next slide. So this is how we established in the country. This is the map of Kenya, and about 70% or 65 to 70% of industries in the country are based in Nairobi, but we also have presence in other parts of the country, and therefore we have distributed our membership within 7 regions. Nairobi, followed by Central, which is next at 9%. We have the coastal area again at 9%. We also have other regions such as South Rift, North Rift, as well as Lower Eastern part of Kenya. Our purpose is to create prosperity for Kenya through sustainable industrialization. So creation of wealth for Kenya through job creation, through creation of revenue for government, and improving the livelihoods of Kenya. So currently, if you look at the statistics, and I just want to borrow from what my friend from the Chamber of Commerce from Latvia mentioned, manufacturing as of last year was contributing about 7.6% to Kenya's GDP. And this is, you can look at the graph on top left, has been on a downward trend. We were at about 11% in the year 2012-2013. It has been dropping down currently at 7.6. We are actually looking at probably dropping further come next year. But this is not to mean that manufacturing is shrinking in the country. It just means that the other sectors within the country that are growing faster, sectors such as the financial sector, technology, service sector, and the likes, But when you look, what do these 7.6% represent? So if you look in terms of value, we contribute 18% of Kenya's revenue in terms of taxes. We are also the second after government in terms of waged employment, employing about 365,000 Kenyans in terms of wage employment. And I think that just shows you the value of manufacturing in the country. Borrowing from what my friend from Ken Investor just mentioned, we work together with government to try and see how then we can push the economic prosperity of Kenya through industrialization. We recognize that there is no country that has developed in this world without having industrialization. And so sitting down with the president of Kenya, we realized that we can actually be able to push the contribution of manufacturing 3 times. Our Vision 2030 prescribes that we are targeting 15% by the year 2030, but we said let's be a little bit ambitious, and we are targeting 20%, trying to see if we can double our contribution, double in terms of creation of jobs to a million jobs, and also increase our value-added output from US dollars 8.5 billion to about 50 billion. So that's the synopsis of Kenya in a nutshell. And allow me now to go into the opportunities we see between Kenya and Latvia. And Kenya enjoys a cordial relationship with Latvia. And when you look in terms of trade, we see that Kenya imports a lot of products, especially machineries and electronics and a bit of cereals from Latvia, currently at about 16.7 million USD, compared to Kenya's export to Latvia at 1.4 billion, which of course shows a huge trade deficit. And that's why manufacturing is so important, so that we can also be able to bridge this gap as we enjoy the partnership we get from Latvia. Kenya also exports to Latvia. In terms of the investment opportunities we foresee within the manufacturing sector, we are looking at skill development. There exists huge skill gap between industry in the country, and we want to really utilize the skill development that has happened in Latvia. We are also looking at technology transfer. The ambassador spoke about Latvia being a beacon of technology, and we're already seeing that happening in Kenya. If we can also transfer that technology in the manufacturing sector. We're also looking in taking advantage of agro-processing through exportation of processed foods. Also looking at the processed wood products. Latvia has huge technology in the wood and the timber sector. Also, we have opportunities within the textiles, and we'll mention why Kenya. I was hoping Ken Invest would show that, but I will be showing that shortly. This is a slide. So why Kenya? Why are we talking about investing in Kenya? And when you look at Kenya, you have access to about 50% of global GDP through the various trade pacts that Kenya has signed up. We're looking, for example, nearby at the East African community with a population of about 300 million people and a GDP of slightly above 300 billion USD. If you look at the Africa Free Continental Trade Area Agreement, whereby we want to increase intra-African trade and also open borders and have Africa as one huge market of 54 states, just like the European market is at 25 states. So we're looking at about 1.3 billion people and also accessing GDP of 3.4 trillion US dollars. We also have EU access. I know you're already in the EU access, but also from Kenya you can access the EU market through the signed EU economic partnership agreement, and also through to the US through the existing AGOA agreement, which should be expiring in September. We're in the process, and we're hoping that this will be renewed further, even despite the current ongoing the trade conversations really precipitated by the President of the United States. And of course, again, also we have a trade agreement with the UK, again, accessing that huge market. And also other trade pacts that we've signed, such as the United Arab Emirates and Kenya Trade Pact. So that's in a nutshell what I wanted to present. So therefore, Kenya presents a huge opportunity for businesses and companies in Latvia. We're encouraging you to come in Kenya and invest. whether it's through the JVs or through the various opportunities we have. Kenyan Invest will tell you that the opportunities within the special economic zones that we have already in the country, and the various also opportunities such as the EPZs, whereby our textile is really thriving. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I will now call upon my colleague Natalia so that she can introduce something important for a short time, and then we get to where we started all.
We already show and present some companies that joining today this business forum, but I could say that it's just beginning. We are doing first steps, and I already know that some other companies, our members, are interested to invest, to cooperate with Kenya companies. When we receive invitation to visit coffee plantation tomorrow, thank you for the invitation, I called to my friend because he has a really good business, Rocket Bean. Even our president of Latvia, after inauguration, goes to this coffee to drink coffee because it's the best Rocket Bean. And they do also franchise, not only in Latvia, but in many other countries, in Lithuania and so on. I said, Nancy, would you come with us to the Kenya? He said, already booked this week. Yeah, but he said, yes, we are not importing yet from Kenya, but we want. And I think this is also really a great opportunity, as we are talking now next video about agriculture, but regarding coffee and tea, because they are producing not only coffee and providing also good tea. And that's why I think it's also important what I want to mention, as well as pharmaceutical companies, because some pharmaceutical companies plan to come to Kenya during next business visits. Now, let's watch the video.
For both professionals and hobby growers. Located in the beautiful surroundings of Latvia, we deeply respect our environment and prioritize sustainable practices. We are dedicated to using nature's resources responsibly in order to maintain the beauty of our homeland. We are dedicated to developing innovative solutions like various soil conditioners, biostimulants, and fertilizers, along with natural peat and substrates. Our commitment to research and development motivates us to produce top-notch products that add value to the farmers worldwide. Thanks to our years of experience, we offer our products in over 60 countries worldwide, supported by a range of logistic solutions for seamless delivery. Supplying our clients everything they need, with sales, logistics, technical, and marketing departments working closely with every client individually, we offer not just the products, but full service for you and your business. Sourced from the ancient peat bogs of Latvia, peat moss is a remarkable growing medium. Hortimed products meet responsible peat cultivation criteria with responsibly produced peat certification, alongside other certifications stating product quality recognition, OMRI, ISO 9001, and ISO 14001. In addition, we use top quality additives in our peat substrates to enhance the natural benefits of peat moss. These additives are thoughtfully selected to provide balanced nutrition and best possible results. Each batch is tested for purity and consistency, ensuring superior water retention and top quality you can trust. By following environmentally friendly practices, we are able to provide farmers with a high-quality product that supports optimal plant growth and health. Now let's discover the incredible potential of biostimulants derived from lake pelloids. These naturally occurring sediments form in the mineral-rich Baltic lakes and ponds that are packed with organic matter, nutrients, and trace minerals, making them highly effective soil conditioners. Lake pelloids improve soil structure, promote root growth, and enhance water retention. When applied to fields, our biostimulants support plants, leading to healthier, improved crop yield.
With multiple research projects, testing, and product development, we are revolutionizing the industry with new vegan, organic, and sustainable products. Hortimed biostimulants are certified by EcoCert, eVegan, and OMRI, ensuring they are both effective and environmentally friendly. From lush greenhouses to flourishing fields, our biostimulants transform agriculture by promoting sustainable practices. We prioritize green thinking and innovation, bringing the best solutions for hobbyists and professionals worldwide. At Hortimed, we're more than just a supplier. We're your partner in agricultural success. Our team of experts is ready to provide personalized support, from product selection to technical advice on application and use. We also offer private label opportunities to meet your specific needs. Choose Hortimed for innovative, sustainable methods that drive your business forward. Together, we can cultivate a more productive and sustainable future for agriculture.
Latvia is green, Kenya is green, even where we are sitting here, this conference room is very green. Thank you, Green Africa Group, for hosting this event. One more video. Let's give applause for Green Africa Group. And I know that we missed one more video. Let's see it.
ladies and gentlemen, water from anywhere. That is water from the Kalahari Desert. And you can imagine our country in its arid and semi-arid regions. This company says we will get you water from anywhere. Musyoki is so excited, and so are the engineers in this room. They are not sure what they are seeing. And I am so excited. I believe we are going to connect with the government and many institutions because it is 1 in a million company that has got this technology to do that. Please let us appreciate them once again, everyone who has participated. This is a solution-oriented session. And the chairman, the president of chamber has sent his apologies. He has been with the team since yesterday. They had a meeting. The vice chair also has sent his apologies, and we are glad that there are team members that are represented here. So Mr. Guracha Adi, who is here today from Ken Invest, Lawrence is here, and we have business champions and captains here. We are going to get to a very interesting short session. This session is a Q&A from both sides. So this is your only opportunity to say, this is what I do, and this is what I can offer, bring it on. It is just as simple as that. This is what I do, and this is what I can do together with you. And we are going to have, we have 4, if you look at your program, there is developing sectors and business opportunities in Kenya. I said that the presentations that were being made were answering. So that is already answered. The government role in business, that is the official and unofficial, including government tenders and all that, this has already been answered. And tax systems in Kenya and trade tariffs with EU countries, advantages of doing business in Kenya. So we want to go direct to questions that you feel you want to know. And I'll give 2 question opportunities to the Latvian side. And you start by saying, I'm here, this is what I want to connect with you on. Straight, and this is my question. And you can even have an opportunity in this place. We have spared rooms that you can later on just go and meet up and connect so that it is not a matter of wasting time. If you're a T guy, like some I can see, if you're an IT gentleman, say this is what I do, this is where I want us to connect. Because the resources, the answer is in this specific room. It's not an issue of waiting. Solutions are right here, and we thank God for these opportunities. So please just raise your hand. This is what I want to know, and you can raise your hand. We're starting with 2 people from Latvia. Ask your question. The person who is responding, it's your opportunity to say, this is what I do, this is where I want us to connect. Quick fire. Thank you. Latvia. Thank you. Please come in. Here you are.
Hello again, Geert from Latvia, from the IT sector. So what I'm looking into to do in Kenya is to make a partnership and use beautiful technologies and equipment developed and designed and actually built in Latvia. First of all, for long distance data transmission, and also we have a great company in Latvia that creates all kind of networking equipment, and my role would be as a consultant to help to implement these kind of products for long range data transmission and to build either very large data centers or a smaller scale edge connected data centers that I believe in the very nearest future will be a very popular thing. Why? The artificial intelligence and applications like ChatGPT and different kind of automations where computer software will help in our human life in every day will require quite significant computation power, and there is always a limit, the speed of light. So when there is an edge computing data center close to the needs of the people and closer, where the computation power is happening, I believe that's what we can build together from Kenya and distribute across the Africa. And as I previously mentioned, that's 20% of the planet land. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please stand right there. Dr. C.K. Joshua is the man who is your question on the same? Okay. Dr. C.K. Joshua is the only man that we can say in this room and in the country is wired to the tooth because he has laid a cable across the sea and brought it to the country. And if you don't get a solution from here, then I am not sure how we're going to do that. And he's able to connect you with the government and every institution that is able to solve that. C.K. Joshua.
Asante. Thank you, Your Excellency, Kalua, Dr. Kalua. I think the current sector, I'm sure you are aware about our sector. Currently we have possibly 70 million or 70 plus SIM registration. In terms of penetration, I think we are widely over 90% penetration. Issues of undersea cable, we have around 7 undersea cables, 7 to 8 undersea cables. So Nairobi and Mombasa is becoming a junction of connectivity, the undersea cable. It's a big opportunity, movements on that of creation of data centers in the country. The long-haul transmission capacity, you are talking about 100 gig to 400 gig capacities are already running in the networks in the country. And there's a massive opportunity in terms of creation of data, small data centers, widely distributed, because we are thinking that Africa being green will be competitive offerings, competitive pricing than European data centers. So we think that with solid connectivity, there will be an opportunity, and of course, I'm sure AI will drive creation of data centers in the region. So you are welcome, and there is opportunity for data centers.
Thank you. Please speak it up. Joshua, CK, please, I suggest that you guys sit somewhere and continue with the discussion so that it is hitting the road moving. Please come forth. Feel free to go to one of the rooms and you can pick it up in a discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Richard from Hortemega again. So yeah, we're basically not looking only to work with Kenya, obviously. We think we could spread this out all across Africa. And the thing is, I want to tell you why you should at least give it a try who's interested in this. We haven't had a single case where our customer would tell us that our product didn't perform. So I'm 150% sure you will try it, you will like it, and you will want more. So it's on the table. Thank you.
Someone in the industry with interest in this space, please come forth from the Kenyan side. Someone who understands this space in a good way. Sustainable agriculture, we have John Kioli, please speak it up. And the team members, that's one of your people that you can meet with. And please connect and do your thing. Thank you. Please come forth. Thank you very much.
Hi, Mike from Humanity Water. We provide basically water location in desertous places. So as you already saw in the video, for example, Kalahari Desert. So what are we looking at? We are looking for to partner up either with agriculture, manufacturing, or mining, or anyone who requires massive amounts of water in their daily practices. Even if you have a plot of land, a large plot of land, we can find water there, as we have done it in, as you already saw, 23 other places. The whole model would look like we would be ready to do a pilot project, and the pilot project is considered a success if you get at least 86, 90 cubic meters of water per day. But on average, we can provide from a single borehole, from a single well. We We can provide on average from 150 to 220 cubic meters of water per day, per 24 hours. That's 200,000 liters every day without a pump, high pressure, clean water. So if anyone's interested in that, we're ready to basically build connections. And as you already saw, we have already done it before.
Thank you very much. Mr. Musyoki, pick it up. I want to call upon government officials who are here. Water is here. They get water from Kalahari Desert. I don't know what else we can say. And may God keep the life of this man. I was tempted to take away his passport so that he can remain around because we need a lot of water. Thank you very much. Please come forth. And Musyoki, please pick it up with him and let's see where it goes. And those who are interested in the water.
Hello, I'm from the company Xinfotech, and as already mentioned, we are professionals when it comes to the electronic document issuance, any type of document, including refugee ID, military ID, driver license, e-passport, e-ID, and any type of document, you mentioned it. And we would want to partner or maybe have a roundtable with Ministry of Foreign Affairs or Ministry of Interior or Immigration of Kenya to offer our services and maybe to show them our latest products, including digital ID or maybe improved border control system.
Thank you very much. We will make sure that the relevant ministries through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs get to know your details and present you for a further meeting because this is a private sector driven move and we believe that we have a role as a private sector to add value to what the government is doing. So please let us appreciate him and let's get to the next one. Thank you very much. We are going to get you connected. I now go to the Kenyan side. And I believe that Vijay, you are here before we set up Natalie with the tea and the coffee guys. So Vijay, if there is a space that you want to grow, this gentleman partners with a team from Latvia. In fact, he is accompanied by the CFO from Latvia. One of the biggest Latvia companies here is doing Watu Credit. Watu Credit is the biggest microfinance in the Eastern Africa. They are big and they are growing in leaps and bounds. I don't know whether, Vijay, you have something that you want to connect with, and then we can finish with Natalia and David and Kibi. Thank you.
And all protocols observed. Isaac is my mentor, so anything he does we'll follow. But what I will say is that we have got some very strong Latvian partners who've been a real pleasure to work with, very innovative, very tech savvy, and good people to work with. So, we would be very happy to connect with anyone who'd like to set up anything in the tech space. I've heard about the agri space. We're also in farming and things like that. So, I mean, you know what we do, so perhaps we can stay in touch and we'd be very happy to partner with the Latvian partner. Thank you.
Your Excellency, before he goes back, this is a go-to person. Wide in knowledge, is a lawyer and a great man that is doing good things for the East and Central Africa. We are together in the motorcycle business. We are producing helmets together. And he is a very great person doing a lot in the agribusiness and therefore a go-to person whenever you need any genuine advice in this region. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Let's appreciate them. I now call upon Natalie to take it up with the coffee and tea sector and also the other areas that may not have been taken up. Thank you.
Please raise hands who have been in Latvia and Riga. Okay. The second question, who wants to visit Latvia and Riga? Okay. then you can contact me because I'm representing not only chamber, but we are the voice and support of Latvian companies. And we could be connectors and provide premises for your meetings, organize B2B meetings, help with hosting, organize similar events in Latvia. Then you are welcome in Latvia and just contact me when you are in Latvia.
I will, Natalie, please come. Two people that are in this room that are very important to this country, and they are doing a lot in the agribusiness sector. One of them produces coffee that you will be visiting Karunguru Farm, where he produces that a lot. His coffee and the tea that is represented by DL group of companies is the love of Prince Albert of Monaco. He loves their coffee, he loves their tea. It has been delivered to him individually, and the feedback is always amazing. Please have your time to go to the side and have something to discuss. But before you do that, because I know David must leave, just exchange your contacts and you could proceed. I will call upon Kibi to come and talk about the Kenyan financial sector and opportunities from a private sector perspective. This man has been in this field, is mentoring future leaders through the African Youth Leadership Forum, and he is doing quite a lot through the National Prayer Breakfast, a man that is outgoing and be able to do something. Kibi Karithi, thank you very much.
Well, Isaac is my younger brother. This is very interesting because now I have my friend here who has been with me somewhere. Then you brought me my other friend. I'm very happy. I had forgotten that I know him very well. So I'll admit that I'm actually an investment banker. My hobby is coffee. So I've been a farmer since I was born. Basically, I was born on a farm, so you're a farmer since you're born. But I since went into investment banking. I used to be with Barclays and the stock exchange in Nairobi. And there are lots of things that came out of here that I want us to take advantage of. Yeah. So because I can, I'll be asking Isaac now. He's now our secretariat. I have declared. Now, what I need him now to connect us with these Latvian companies on the water side, on the agriculture side, especially sustainable agriculture, so organic, all that sort of stuff, but also very much on the tech side. I'm already big in fintech, big in various payment systems, etc. I knew that actually Latvia and Estonia, in European terms, are the most value for money tech in Europe. The rest is too expensive. You go to Sweden, it's too expensive. You go to Denmark, too expensive. But Latvia and Estonia, they have the value for money best solutions, including in banking and in stock exchanges. But your other friend, we must use, Professor Jenga from Strasbourg, that secretariat, let him fertilize it so that as he now tells us, how can we reach the people we need to reach? They hold incredible seminars. They held one recently where I was with about 40 entrepreneurs. And I found 3 new contacts that answered my problems in a variety of areas. So that's the kind of thing I think now we must look at. How do you now create this sustainably, even with quarterly meetings, where we hold maybe now much more, we tell you these are the people we'd like to target. They bring those industries who might be interested. Because what you may not know about Eastern European, former Soviet countries is they fix everything. In the Soviet era, they couldn't buy. So what they did, they fixed it, whatever it was. So they're very good with solutions where you have to fix something. Now, Africa, that's the problem. Africa, you can't get anything from somewhere. You have to fix what you have. So we really partner well with Eastern European countries. And so I'd encourage that you become our secretariat, you bring us all together. Let's start finding these solutions one by one. I think in a meeting like this, we can just say, hi, I exist, but then now we work. We work at getting solutions, we work at getting people together, and you have the people in the room to start that job. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And Kibi, please be on the alert because you'll be having your team member to discuss further. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Njenga, Dr. Njenga is in the and I want to tell him that people from Latvia are watching this process live. And we thank God for this gentleman. He has done a lot for this nation. He is a moving encyclopedia on matters of business. And I want to call upon Professor Njenga, Dr. Njenga, to come and talk to us. He's also pivotal, he plays a pivotal role in the Green Africa Villages, which is going to be Africa's biggest solution for agribusiness and much more. But I want him to talk not about that, but about the biggest opportunities that lie here and what is in his mind. Whatever he says, please take it to the bank. Thank you very much. Professor Dr. Njenga, please come forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother Isaac, Your Excellency, the Ambassador. I hope one day you'll buy a house in Kenya and come and stay in Kenya. It's an amazing place. We have, as you have seen, almost 58 million people in the country. But if you count our business space, it's about 350 million people. But there's something hidden under there. And that is that in Kenya, we have total land space of 569,000 square kilometers. 569,000 square kilometers would be probably a significant number of 1,000 times Latvia. Isn't it? I'm right, yes. So, 83% of this space is not touched. It lives 2,000 years ago. So there is an incredible opportunity for land regeneration, for water, for minerals, for agricultural produce of any kind, and an incredible number of minerals. Now, amazingly, my dear colleagues, if you didn't know this, Kenya is the third largest reservoir of REEs. These are rare earth elements. Nobody is doing anything about it except at a very low level. We have an incredible amount of water. There is a section in northern Kenya where we have approximately 70 billion liters of water, gallons of water, renewed every year. Underground water that is ready for watering most of that so-called Kalahari Desert. We have an incredible financial gap in the country. So I would say, although we are one of the most advanced in telephony, that is distribution of money through our M-Pesa model, banking services cannot reach 65% of the population. So that basically means that most of the population is doing bartering. It's not integrated because we don't have urban centers other than about 7 towns, which are approximately more than 250,000 people. Most of the country is village. And this brings in a huge opportunity of developing urban centers, urban planning, connectivity, community platforms, connectivity, driving table banking across the whole country. This is a huge opportunity. I know most people love to come to the urban centers, Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Eldoret, probably. But I am working with the less fortunate, unconnected populations. And what we are doing is building blockchain systems where we will do verified digital assets, and therefore they can trade them online. Before the world comes into the area of urbanization. I think we are still very slow in that urbanization model. Infrastructure. Infrastructure needs a lot of water. Where infrastructure is going to grow, water is needed. Now, we haven't opened up the entire northern corridor of Kenya, which is generally called the LAPSET. I don't know, you never mentioned that. But I think we don't have the funding for setting it up, the entire road network from Lamu Port. Kenya has 700 kilometers of sea, what do you call it? The seashore. To the northern part, near Somalia, we have a seaport, which is growing. We have started the first part of it already. But there is no connectivity to the inside.